Let's go.
What's
What
up?
you got,
What's
brother?
up? What's up?
So much. How you doing?
Them badges in the car. How you doing, bro?
Doing good,
Hectic?
honestly. With everything,
Hectic?
what'd you say?
I said hectic. It's going crazy.
It's very hectic. It's very hectic, but we're making it work.
What is your
So
question for Zach Funeral?
that update.
Yeah, the update, the stories, like we're working on it right now. There's, I mean, the goal is this week for sure. We can. The timeline is looking like we probably push it tomorrow, and then it's in the App Store on Friday. We may run into some. There's like a few things that we need to make sure on the trust and safety side that we're completely locked in. Um, so we'll have some testing tomorrow on that, hopefully.
Okay, and this bad boy.
Oh, the iRig. Yeah, that's an update that needs to come. I think I mentioned this before from our partner, our third party partner that is on audio and video. So we're working on that in parallel. I have a meeting with them tomorrow, I
What's
think.
that?
So
Oh, y'all don't know what this is?
iRig, yeah,
Hold on, let me see if you can show.
iRig is audio for like guitars and
Okay.
instruments and microphones.
What's up, Dusty?
Hold
You
on,
guys, we're
hold on.
number two.
Are
I
y'all
just
going to
want to say
interface
we're number
Hummingbird
two right
too?
now. We're number two.
Number two. Oh, we're less than 150 away
Oh my gosh.
from your
Turn lights up,
summit.
chat.
Oh, you guys are amazing. Okay, Gary, while Funeral is digging for his equipment. Hi, how are you? You're amazing. How can we help?
I am doing good, love. How are you?
I mean, I don't know.
It's crazy. You've made over 700,000 in this live.
This
That's
is
got
a
to be a
Eight,
record,
record.
right,
It's
Zach?
a record for me for sure.
857.
Well, I'm saying
Outstanding.
from the time she started till now, that's
Oh
got to
yeah, yeah,
be a
yeah.
record, right? For like most in a single live.
Nah, there's been some
No.
big ones. The most in a single live is 3.1 million.
Okay, million? Yeah.
Well, mhm.
I mean, we could break the record, Chad, if you
Selena
really wanted
Selena
one.
Graves went really hard her first
Yeah,
day
I
here.
remember that one because we got
Yeah.
sniped on that one. We were pushing Benny that day.
That was so
Pushing Benji that day.
Oh yeah,
Are
yeah.
y'all going to interface Hummingbird as well on the new
Hummingbird?
stuff? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the audio yes, we'll have an integration. There's two different integrations. There's the audio direct to the app on mobile. So when you plug into mobile, and then there's the audio for studio. And some stuff is not going to be accessible directly to the app, directly through mobile. Some is going to have to go through studio. So that's the dependency there. I don't actually know where Hummingbird will sit, but um,
All right, and on studio, are we going to go with Stream Keys? How's I mean, I
we
saw
have
Austin. So,
yeah, we have stream keys already. We're trying to make it work because stream keys are not real time. So it makes the experience of gifting a little bit disjointed. Our app is much more real time than um, HLS, like with Twitch or even TikTok. Like we're more real time here than other apps. So we're trying to make it work on WebRTC so that it can be more real time.
okay. So
web access.
WebRTC with Stream Keys, right? For real time, you want to go with WebRTC.
WebEx? No, I mean that's our infrastructure. It's not that important. But what did you say, Gary?
Web access?
Web access. Yes, I mean That's what
No, no,
Studio
no.
is.
I'm saying for regular, like where you can go to favorited.com and go through instead of having to go through the app.
You mean for viewing?
Yes, for viewing, participating in boxes, going
Oh,
live.
you said web
Yeah,
access.
that's gonna
Accent threw
come.
me off, gorgeous Gary.
Yeah, that's gonna come after. There's a few reasons why we don't want to go web view access, and we're focusing almost entirely on the web for streaming access. Um, but yeah, I mean, Studio will lead eventually towards a web view of it, I think.
Okay.
But that's not planned right yet.
Thank you
Is
guys
that
for
something
it.
you
Yes.
is that something you're looking for?
Yes.
Me personally, yes, of course,
Okay.
but which with me working with the studio stuff, I
Right.
prefer the web access anyway.
Yeah.
And I have twisted so many VB cables trying to get all this stuff to work because I mean, I've got the microphone
Oh wow,
set up and
that is a setup.
Wow. Are
you
you
know
some kind of gamer, Gary J? Talk to me,
no,
dude.
actually I'm not. I run 3 businesses out of this, so
Okay, all right.
it
ain't no game. It's hard work.
I love it.
No, and I take everybody's suggestions. I've already been the welcoming committee for a while, Megs. So y'all
I
are
know,
more than
baby.
welcome to join me on it. I was actually working with Izzy this afternoon because there was an issue interfacing microphone through Android. I told him the fix for that's get an iPhone. But
Appreciate.
um,
We appreciate you, Gary.
no, man, I appreciate y'all and what y'all done for us and everything that y'all have provided for us in the platform here, especially with as open as you guys are, as interactive as you guys are with the community, with y'all being the developers and everything. And I worked with DT the other night on that after that battle, and I can honestly say, I mean, I showed up just like everybody else did and just volunteered to help with some stuff, and y'all are just open and direct, so I appreciate that. So
We're building this together. Like this is we're building this very specifically for this kind of community. So appreciate when anytime people are helping us out.
oh yeah, man. And I've got a list of stuff, and I added a bunch of stuff in the Discord. I try to point people towards the Discord as much as possible.
Yeah.
But I just added like 13 items, and it's just stuff that I've picked up along the way.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
I think that's all I got for you at the moment.
Okay.
Love it.
Thank you, gorgeous.
Thank you.
You're a
Appreciate you.
darling. Thanks, Gary.
Yes, sir.
Funeral,
Thank y'all.
Are you ready to go funeral?
Hey, hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
Yep. No.
We did. No?
We did for a second. Now, no.
Okay, so I tried to bring up the Hypnus factor, and it looks like it's an errored out. So if Hypnus and Noctis and Kelly, if you guys are still here, send me an @ in the chat, @ Megs in the chat, and I can see you and I'll bring you up. Otherwise, we're just going to keep on going down the list. And let's see if I can bring in Uncle Fester. Same thing, Uncle Fester. I can't bring you up, so I need you to @ me if you're still here. There's the Hypnus. There's Noctis. Okay, we're going to try and Fun Lovin' Jane. Fun Lovin' Jane, same thing. Fun Lovin' Jane, if you're here, let me know. It looks like we have Ola Tomiwa. Ola, if you're here, come on up. And Lady Logic. Let's see if we can get you guys up. Okay, there's Hypnus.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, Hypnus.
So this is Lady Logic.
Oh, Lady Logic,
do you have
yes.
a question, sweetheart?
Yeah, I do. So I originally had a original account called Lady Logic 47. I've tried reaching out to support. I've tried emailing you guys a bunch. I haven't heard anything back, but I was basically forced to kind of delete my account under some certain circumstances. But I was wondering if there's a way to reclaim that account because I had worked really hard
Yeah.
on that account.
So can you did you go can you go into settings? No, I can't hear at funeral. Can you go into settings and message support through that?
Yeah, so I've tried to do that, but
Okay. And you just haven't heard.
I haven't gotten back to like from anybody. I haven't heard anything.
Okay, so ping that thread again. Part of I think maybe the reason why you haven't heard anything back is we're still working on the ability to merge accounts and reclaim them from previous accounts. It's not
Okay.
it's a very difficult process right now on our back end. So it probably archived the message into this is like this is something that we need to get back to eventually, but you should absolutely be getting a message. So please ping that again in support, and I will make sure that they get back to you. Of
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
course.
All right.
Sorry that you didn't hear back.
No, it's okay. I understand that you guys are busy and have a lot of things going on. So I
Very
just wanted
crazy.
to see if that was even a thing to
It is.
reclaim the account. So
Yes, yeah.
that's really good to hear.
Yeah, it is a thing, and we're working on like account merging, effective account merging. So
Alrighty. Well, thank you. You guys have a good day.
Thanks, my
Have a good one,
lady.
Lady Logic.
Alright. Have a good day.
Thanks for
Bye.
being around.
Hypnus Factor. What's up, brother?
Hypnus,
Testing.
I can hear you.
Hey, Zach, I had to write this down because my brain goes sideways.
Oh,
So
good.
first of all, I want to thank you for allowing me to be one of the beta testers for Favorite Live Studio. I'm excited about what that's going to turn into. My question, I got two questions. My question was if you would consider adding an FAQ section or like a point of contact specifically for troubleshooting the audio device connectivity, like using audio interfaces. You mentioned the iRig. There's also a bunch of other ones like Apogee and stuff like that for the iPhones and Android devices for microphones, mixers, and other equipment.
Yeah.
That would be really helpful because
Yes.
Studio has its own thing, but connecting it to the phones is a whole nother world.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we're so I mentioned this before about we're putting we've kind of got two sites that we're adding, one through settings, and we're gonna add one to studio too. That can hear you, funeral. The through studio that will serve as kind of a repository for feature requests. It hopefully will also serve as a sounding board for like, hey, this particular audio needs like support, like this doesn't work the right way. So there's FAQ, like we will have some support FAQ, but also want to tap into a little bit like for a forum for people to kind of help each other, because there's a lot of different, like the audio stuff is going in the different inputs is going to be like pretty complex at scale, because everyone has like a different setup. So yeah, we're going to try to do that to help people like coordinate with each other to make sure that it all works, and then we'll jump in and fix things when we can.
yeah, that question came about because with the beta testers, everyone's talking about the cables to get the audio for studio, but there's so many pieces of software out there. Like I use Sonar that I
Yeah.
knew nothing about until somebody said, "Hey, use this thing," and it just like piece of software, don't need cables, and it just goes right into studio, and I could run a mixer, microphone, and everything. It works beautifully. But I mean, that's what prompted this question, is that there's so much knowledge in the
Yeah.
beta testers, and there's what is it Eric, the QA man?
Yeah. Eric
He's
is
the
the man.
one.
JB was taken.
Yeah, so I know he's a central point in answering a lot of our questions, but there's so much knowledge like inside the testers, that inside your beta
Yeah.
testers, that needs to be shared out somehow. So
100%. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I'll talk to the team right after this, because that's the idea of that's part of the idea of having the excuse me, having the roadmap, and the requests, the feature requests in the forums. So we'll figure out what we can do with the forums to add kind of like an FAQ style thing that testers can contribute to.
okay, and my final question is, will Favorite Live Studio eventually be available not only for desktop but for mobile?
Oh, you actually can. It is available for mobile. You
Okay,
can pull it up in your browser. I think Deste already has tried this. You can pull it up on a mobile browser already.
okay,
Okay.
that'll
Yeah.
be interesting.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank
thanks,
you
Zach.
so much. Appreciate
Hypnus,
you.
you're the man,
Thanks for
man.
testing.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yes.
Hey, we out here in the building.
It's a little quiet.
you. Yeah.
It's quiet. Let me turn it up. Yo.
Oh, there we go.
Better.
Okay, way better now.
Yep.
Not loud. Hold on.
So you got it set up, huh?
Of course. All
That's
I'm
great.
gonna need is the beat and stuff, like the audio. I noticed.
I'm cracking up. I'm
I
sorry.
think it's kind of distorted. Hold on, let me play some.
Oh, rated G funeral.
Rated G.
You already
Nah,
owe me
yeah, I'm
two
just going
speed
for the beat.
demons,
Hold
man.
on, I'm just going
Yeah.
for the
That
beat.
was not me. I just want everyone to know that was not me.
You're
Yeah.
and actually, You're
Yeah,
pretty
should we
quiet, Funeral.
run through some more questions as Funeral's
Yeah.
troubleshooting?
Yeah. Let's go to Josh. Josh, you were first on the list. I don't know what happened, so I found you and brought you back up. Go ahead, Josh. Josh Funny.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me?
Hello,
sir.
yes.
Hey, everybody. So, I've come to talk about this logarithm. Okay, I'm just trying to make sense of it. I know you're working hard on the notification bell and everything, and we would, I guess, consider that more of typical with the app. Users who are following you or want to get that notification, you get it. But my question is like with the OGs, right? I'm gonna be a devil's advocate for a moment. The OGs, we've been encouraged to, grow and throw and everything. And I'm just wondering, I had an instance where I was like battling, I guess, new people to the app. And it was like an instance to where, okay, I've been live for 30 minutes and had 15 views, but this individual actually had about 500. So I'm just trying to see, is that like a logarithm kind of being worked in progress, and will it reflect more to your hard work on the app, or
Yeah.
what would it reflect on that?
Yeah, the algorithm, that is something I actually didn't speak to Megs. That is slotted in. An overhaul of the algorithm is slotted in kind of with or right after stories and battles rewrite. So that when we do roll that out, there will be a bunch of clarifications on this is how the algorithm is working. This is what's going to make it go up. This is what's going to make it go down. And it will be much right now. And what happens to you, and it has happened to a lot of people at this point, is you kind of get stuck in the algorithm. It's a bug that we have with the current one, and so it needs to get fixed. But I'll check after this too, with make sure that you're not completely stuck. But yeah, it's the algorithm at this point is it's very primitive, and I've said this before, and I've said that we're going to overhaul it, and then we just have not had the time to like dig into that because we've had to focus on other stuff. But
So we have a lot of people in the chat
yeah,
saying I'm stuck too. Me. King Latif was talking to me about it yesterday.
yeah.
If somebody feels like they are stuck in the algorithm, who should they reach out to? Should they go to their support in their settings or email? How do you want us to handle that? Because I feel like maybe everybody's going to say, unless you have like 300
Yes.
people in there, you might be stuck, right?
Yes. I when I say stuck, like, yeah, I would say just be patient right now because it will change in like hopefully by the end of this weekend we will have a change and it will be more clear, and we will also lay out that nice does not get you pushed out in the algorithm.
Right.
But yeah, like we're going to have mechanics. The other thing that we're going to do is there's a base level of the algorithm, which is like all of these things will be consistently like if you do them you will get pushed out into the algorithm over time. And then there's the things that happen during your stream that you can do, for example, like taps on TikTok, but we're going to have different mechanics for that. That
our
like
nano pets.
yeah, just the things you can do during your live that will get you pushed out, and that will be yeah, that'll be more clear in the relative soon future. But yeah, I one thing that will happen is if you bring more people over, and you post about it and people are signing up and coming in your live from that will help you right now, which is
Okay,
what
let's
I think you're
add
seeing
that to
from
the
some of the
list.
new people.
So last time we spoke, Jack, there were some basic things like the algorithms basic. We know that, but there were some basic things that we talked about that was in effect right now. And I love that you just told me one more thing right now. So let's just clarify that. Spamming nice in the chat doesn't do it, but if you have a busy chat, and you're engaging with your chat,
if you're bringing people over, engaging with chat, yeah, it will help.
And then, of
Yeah,
course, if
but
you already have people in your room, that helps.
But
What about
I don't want to say anything too definitively because
Okay.
it is going to change wholesale, and then we will make an announcement of like these are the things that help. These are the things that will hurt you.
Okay.
Not a lot of things are going to hurt you. Basically, like if you get strikes, if you get reported, and we will resolve those reports really quickly. But if there's a bunch
Okay.
of reports coming in, that will hurt you. But most of the things we will lay out like the things you can do that will help you.
So we have a few more days before the weekend, right? And again, we don't want to put dates on it. The hope is maybe early next week we have this update pushed out. Are we safe to continue on as status quo with the training and teaching we've been doing based off of our last conversation? Here's how it's currently working, and then just make sure everybody knows that when it does change, the app's going to be transparent and give us the new rules of the algo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody in chat that does the teaching lives, there's the answer there. And Josh, thank you so much for asking that question. It was like the biggest thing on my list to talk about, like the big circled one. And for some reason, I guess it was too many Midases, made me lose my train of thought. Also, we're absolutely killing it, you guys. Thank you so much for being here and asking your questions. Josh, you have anything else before I send you down and go to Queen?
That was it. I'm glad, with the liking thing, that was one of my things. Cause if it's 3 people up there, they don't really get notified. And the only way
That's
the host know, if they're in there is to kind of tap. So it's good to hear, you working on that.
yeah.
Something just to notify.
I would say the other thing about this too that we're going to try to ship relatively quickly as soon as this week potentially is a notification bell so that you can tell people you will absolutely get notified if you hit the bell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay. Thank you so much, Josh. We'll send you back down and we'll go to our Queen. Queen of Hearts.
Hi.
Hi, babes.
Hi.
So, some of the questions I've written a few questions down that people have asked me to ask you if I managed to get in a box from my lives. One of them is what new gifts are actually going to be coming out? Is there any huge gifts that I know we've just had the Midas and things like that, but is there any other big ones that are coming out?
I probably don't want to announce anything before we for sure are about to release it, but we have a lot of gifts planned, a lot of small gifts that relate to big gifts. I think like there is one that we will have coming out relatively soon that is a big gift and is should I just say the name of it? What
Yeah, I mean, don't say
I won't
it.
say. Okay. Well, it'll be cool.
Yeah.
It'll be cool. It will include.
Somebody
Yeah, it'll be
says
cool.
bigger than Midas. Why would that be required? Anthony
Not big.
AC. Ha
This
ha
one I'm
ha
talking.
ha.
This one I'm talking about is not bigger than Midas. The Best Buy's Best Buy Solar gift will be bigger than Midas, though. That will be the biggest on the
Yeah.
app for a while.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Wow, cool. So, another question was obviously music. Is there going to be an area just for music creators, or?
So there will be music rankings. That will be after the gamer rankings, but there will be music rankings as well. And wow.
Legend, you legend. Thank you so much, Kobe. It's his birthday soon. You guys check the discovery page. RSVP for his banner, his birthday party stream. Let's go. The hold on.
Sorry,
Queen, my gorgeous queen.
So we will have like music is going to be a big focus for us.
So, well, the question and paired with that though is right. Okay, different podiums or rankings for different streams, but you'll be able to filter through your search. So, if you just really want to look for cooking streams or music streams or DJ streams, you'll be able to do that.
Okay, so on the back of that, then, so say for instance, you're going to be a streamer and you're going to do music. You're not really. Will the verification be different for them? Will there be a different kind of verification for them to come through?
There won't be different verification. There will be different rewards for specifically like the music ranks or the cooking ranks or the gamer ranks. Those will be separate. You'll still hit the dailies, like you'll still be able to be on dailies. Yeah, you will be able to hit dailies, but there will be specific rewards for that. The verification will be universal, gifter and streamer.
Okay, my last question, my very last question, I'm sorry. My last question is, when we are in boxes and say, for instance, there is one big person there and then you have all the boxes down here, in my chats, I would love to be able to swap that small person there into the bigger box. say they've got something to show and you want to show everybody, but they can't really see them in the smaller boxes. Is there going to be will that be able to come in?
That you like more modular layouts for your boxes.
Well, basically, so say for instance, you've got the big screen and
Yeah.
then the little boxes.
You
If
want to
somebody down
feature.
here is showing you something and you want to swap them to the big
Yeah.
box and then you go down to the, do you know, to
Yeah.
swap the
Yes. Yes.
layout?
Yes. There. I mean, there's a lot of layout stuff that we want to do with boxes in the long term. I don't know how soon that will be. That's probably more down. That will probably happen after we do native apps, which is a whole development process. But I would say that's more of like a 5 to 6 month thing, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah,
Brilliant. Thank you.
of course.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Zach.
Queen. You're a darling.
Thank
Thank you
you,
so much.
darling. Thank you.
All right, let's send Queen of Hearts down, and I believe Uncle Fester was next. Uncle Fester.
Hey everyone, I hope you're doing good
Ooh.
today. Let me give you a little bit of light for today first.
Love it.
So I got
Light
a
bulbs
couple
in
of
the chat.
questions.
Light bulbs in the chat for Fester.
One of my questions is, last week I did really good in a box battle. First time I've ever won a box battle. So exciting. I love it here. I was wondering,
Awesome.
I'm old, and to try to figure out who sent gifts, is there any way to get it so you could like click on the person's button or something to see who gave you all the gifts and all that?
Yeah, that's something we need to figure out with boxes pretty quickly. Yeah, that's on the roadmap with boxes. Boxes is kind of a parallel with the rest of streaming. But yeah, like that's high up on the roadmap. I can't give you a specific timeline, but we definitely need to make it easier for box battles specifically. So
Will
you can
that
see.
be similar to like the analytics? Right now, you can go into your transaction history and see what gift you received and what live you were in, but you can't see who gave it. So would it be the same kind of idea that you would be able to see the label of the gifter, whether you were the host or you were a guest in a box?
No, it's more like clicking on bubbles versus like just when you click on a box, you click on the whole box. There needs to
Right.
be a clickable area, so that you can
Like
see it similar to bubbles.
the score above your head right there or something. Click on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like that
It
idea.
should be that shouldn't be that hard, honestly. That's just about getting it in. We need to hire a few more people, and like I would love to get a team just for boxes, honestly. That's like something I want to prioritize. If we get
Yeah.
that, then also maybe we do more layout stuff like pretty quickly.
The other question I have is about sponsorships. When Dr. Pepper decides that they're going to have me be their sponsor, I can use that and put them on one of my live streams.
So you can already do that, yes, separately from the app. We don't have that available from our side, but we want to actually enable it. Oh, Holly, we want to enable it at scale, like in the app too. So that's like, oh, I want to opt in to be sponsored by Dr. Pepper. They'll have to approve you. We want to build a system for that, but that's probably going to be at least that's another like 6 month out thing at least.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thanks, Zach. Thanks, Meg.
Appreciate you,
Everybody.
Uncle
Thanks, Uncle
Fester.
Fester.
See
Go
ya.
on with your bad
Bye.
self. Thank you. All right. I believe it's our gorgeous, is it Ray of Sunshine next, right?
Yes. Okay. Hi, everybody. First off, Zach and Megs, thank you for doing this. And I'm sorry I'm not going to show myself. I just don't look up to it.
No worries.
All
Anyway,
good.
all right. I have a few different questions, and they all deal with different things that we've discussed this evening. So, dealing with the gifts, do you think it would ever be possible to get a gift that's between 10 and 50 coins? Because sometimes, like a 25-cent gift, I mean, I know that's not a huge thing. It's probably pretty low on the priority list, but it would be extremely helpful if you're like trying to get somebody at the end of a snipe with 25, and because it's really hard to hit 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and you might not have 50 coins.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I think that should be that we have had 25 gifts, and I think it probably will be in the next week or two. We have a bunch of smaller gifts also coming. We're kind
Yeah.
of revamping the smaller gifts.
Or
So yeah,
10.
that's yeah, totally.
Okay,
Totally.
so
Between 10 and 50.
yes. So then the next part, oh gosh, I hear myself. God, I hate that. Sorry. Um All right, so the next part is along with the notification bell, will there be a way to search through your friends like more easily? Also, on your following stream page where you can like see who you're following, it only shows about 17 people. Obviously, I'm following a lot more than 17 people. Would you be able to go through your following list and have like their name circled, like, you know what I mean? Have the red circle around their name in your following list.
When you say red circle around their name,
Like, you know how when you're live, it has the red circle around
oh right,
I'm
around your
yeah,
assuming they're
picture
yes,
verified.
no, showing that they're live.
that they're live.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
we that the following and followers and following pages will definitely get a redesign
Okay.
before too long.
Because I feel bad. Like there are a lot of people that I follow that I want to support and go into their streams, but they don't pop up on my following page.
You are actually going to that is actually much sooner a revamp where you won't have to go into your following list. You'll be able to see it from the discovery page.
Right.
You'll also be able to see it from your inbox. There's an inbox revamp and a discovery page revamp that will make it much easier to see who is your following is live, who that you're following has a story
Right.
available to view. Like that it is available on the discovery page right now, but that filter is it's not great. It'll be a much better experience very soon.
All right. And this is meant in the most positive way possible because I personally am not dealing with this. I'm having a great time out here. Things are popping off for me. So,
you need
that being
to.
said, like I have heard a lot of concern from other streamers that with the influx of people that they're not going to get as much exposure because with the minimum being 25 everyone will be streaming and so there will be so many different people to watch. Will there ever be like a potential like raise in the amount? It doesn't really matter to me, but I was just asking on behalf of others.
There will most likely be a raise in the amount and or a raise in the requirements that's beyond um that's beyond just like followers.
Right.
Like you're gonna
Because
have to watch or engage with the community as
Potentially, yeah.
well.
I mean, we
right.
actually at one point had requirement of watch time before you could go live.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the requirements will be.
Oh yeah, no worries.
I also think that possibly we will have a rotating set of requirements, similar to the like I yeah yeah
Okay.
I
I think
there, it will definitely get
we should mandate a review of the community guidelines for sure before anyone's allowed.
Yeah.
Like I
that's true.
acknowledge, right?
Oh, that's a
Um
good idea, Megs. We need that's a great idea.
Yeah.
So that brings me to my next point. Sorry. Okay, so I've heard things about like throw to grow. Obviously, it's great to support people. However, I hmm, like at some point it feels like certain areas are having more success because they are able to have successful grow rooms. And if you're not verified, it and you don't have a grow room, I don't know. I feel like some grow rooms, I don't know. I'll have to message somebody about this because I don't want it to sound toxic because this is a positive place. But
That's
I
right.
I mean,
feel,
I think I know the sentiment that you're going towards, and
Mhm.
that's also the reason why we haven't raised the follower requirement. Is just like we want people. I mean, our goal is, I think grow rooms are fine. They can be fun. We
Yeah.
actually want to make them a lot more fun and not just have them and not just have it be throwing. But uh, we also are going to push people into boxes to like if you're not coming over with a following already and you want to go live,
Mhm.
like we want this kind of environment where you're going live with people. I think it's easier, more accessible. So we are going to prioritize boxes for new streamers soon.
So also on that same tune, once again, I'm speaking on behalf of the people. I've
Yep.
heard a lot of discouragement from people that are like, okay, I've been trying to push podium, and the same 10 people are constantly pushing podium because they are able to get a thing. Is there any advice that I could offer those? Once again, I don't care about being on the podium at all. The podium is unimportant. I am happy as a lark, but
Yeah, I mean we'll have other things to push for people too, other than podium. But the I mean a lot of the people that are pushing podium are you know, not everyone, because Megs has been a favorited specific streamer for months and months now, 6 months. But a lot of people are bringing over big gifters and a big community from TikTok already, and that's allowing them the outsized ability to push for podium. Although, yeah, I guess like, you know, our podium today is more favorited folks, but yeah,
That's
it's
interesting.
podium is not the only thing that we are going to build. Like podium and rankings are not the only thing that we're going to build for to push,
And
and also to get you pushed out. Like
if I
it's
can
going to,
interject too, having been here 6 months, Ray, and the podium's always been like podium and ranks has always been kind of a hot topic because right now
Oh
it's
yeah.
only the only visible measure that somebody can see really quickly. They log on the app. That's the fastest way to get
Right.
seen and to get viewership. So there's a reason behind it, but there's
hmm
always been, I'm going to say, a healthy competition, but unfortunately also an unhealthy obsession. And I'll always
Right.
default to my favorite saying: comparison is the thief of joy. Now I say this sitting as number 3 on the podium, so please don't judge. But normally, right, I'm not a podium pusher. I'm not a podium sitter, right? And having been here 6 months and seeing, you know, before our big influx, it was the same group of favorite people that were always on podium and pushing, and now we have the new group of people. There's always going to be people that are doing. You maybe think, and again, I know, Ray, this isn't your question, but let's just talk to the app in general. There's always going to be somebody that's doing something quote unquote better than you in your own mind. And if you continue to compare your success to others, it takes away your ability to live your life with joy. So what I can tell you is that there's always a way for you to compare in a healthy way, and that's compare to yourself what you did yesterday versus what you're doing today. There's
yeah.
absolutely algorithms to look at, though, right?
Yeah, I'll also just say that, like, you know, comparing to like the world of Twitch, where people would stream, you know, as a streamer, like you could be on Twitch for consistently streaming to 1 or 2 viewers for a year or 2 years before you gain traction.
Right.
To some of the biggest streamers on Twitch, Sketch and like Iron Mouse, both of them streamed for over a year to almost no one. So this
And
is like, obviously it takes less time now, to get the kind of consistent viewership, if you're consistently streaming, in an app like Favorited where there is discovery, but uh, like, yeah, everyone is not going to be able to go live and immediately have a
yeah.
following. It's going to take time, but we want to make it so that there's things to push for and things to achieve, outside of just podium and rankings. So we're very aware of that. We want to make it fun for everyone. So um,
Well,
yeah,
all right. So just my key takeaways. There will be a way to see more friends going live.
yep,
Um, there will maybe be some sort of inner way gift for like mid
yep,
price
there
point, I
definitely
guess
will.
you could say.
Yep,
And then I feel like that's all I had to say. But I
yeah,
probably
no,
forget something. Oh wait. This was very important. Okay. On the App Store, it says you have to be 17 and up. In
yes,
the agreement, it says 18. Because I
yep.
was battling someone the other day and I was like, "You don't look old." And they were like, "I'm 17." I was like, "That's not good." So I just wanted to notify you. I'm sure you're very well aware, but
Yeah, yeah,
if
yeah. I
not,
mean, it's not a legal thing. Like, we don't have to require people to be 18. We're
mhm,
deciding to be an app for adults.
yeah.
But if you ever see anyone who's underage, you could just throw them a report.
Yeah.
And it's not, I don't personally like. I think it would be great to have people who are 17 be more accessible.
Mhm.
And I think in a future state of the app, we could have people under 18. But for right now, we want to take care of
Right.
Keep those
under
babies
anyone
safe.
underage. We want to keep the app safe.
And
Yeah.
Yep.
and Ray, I'm sure you probably weren't here when we reviewed it, but it's not necessarily favored. It's saying we're allowing 17-year-olds. It's just the way that the
Oh
App
no,
Store
no,
lists the
exactly.
content.
No,
Yeah.
yes, for sure.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure, like, because I didn't want to be battling some
Yep.
person and be like, "Hey, and then be like, yeah, I just didn't want
Yeah.
that." So anyway, well, thank y'all so much for your time. I hope I didn't take up too much time with any
No, you're at
unnecessary
darling.
questions. I hope you all have a
Thank
great
you.
night. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ray. All right, let's go to funeral. Are you ready to test again?
Well, yeah, I did the testing. It worked.
Okay.
But I had a few questions though. Are we eventually gonna get the podium? You know how on the events, the Christmas events, everybody's getting the profile picture around the. Is podium gonna eventually get that?
Yeah, yeah. Podium, both dailies and weeklies, will have a temporary um, profile frame. Profile frames also with the redesign of the discovery page. Queen Nats, you want to just mute quickly? Sorry.
Good night.
Queen Nats, will you mute, please?
Yes, I'm here.
Will you mute, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah, sorry, what was I saying? Sorry. I
The
was-
different podium.
We
Oh
talking
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
the
There will be a
podium.
podiums will get temporary profile frames. There's also something kind of cool that we're gonna start doing for Daily Podium that I'm not gonna announce. People will just have to start telling each other about it. But it will
When
be
they get
fun.
it.
Okay, and let's say, all right. So I have, so I work with the cameras and stuff. I have a 3D animation team. I don't know if you guys need help with that, or let's say, even if y'all don't need help with that, let's say I wanted my own custom gift to be something that's made from my animation team. We be able to send you our animation and get our animation done?
So yeah, we actually, that's a good question. We actually do have a plan for for letting people submit gifts and get them approved. In order to have your own gift, um, it will be gated behind a level of streamer verification or gifter verification that will, like, a full custom gift versus the 1 million summit gift. We will allow for full verification, full custom gifts. They will be, depending on what verification level you are, they will be limited to a certain number of seconds and a price point. So at that point, if you've got your animation team, we can definitely talk about you guys doing it versus our team doing it. Most of the stuff will happen in house when people unlock it. But if you want to do that, we're also talking about a model that will allow people to submit gifts for broader distribution for events and stuff. But most of
And,
it's
and
going to
if
happen
you
in house. But yeah,
and if y'all need help too, I'm probably sure that I could send them y'all way, and y'all might like them a lot. I'm not gonna lie, they're tough.
they're nice
And
with
when I
it.
say
Yeah,
tough, they work with like Trippy Red and stuff, so you're not gonna
that's sick.
tension. But
Yeah,
but
we have
shit,
a great team, but we definitely, yeah. Let's talk.
I know y'all want to grow. So and obviously offline, I want to tell you about my brother-in-law too. He's actually very computer and all of that savvy. So I'll talk to you about that after.
Sounds good.
What else was it? The verified comments. Are we gonna get our badge in there
Yep.
when that's next update, or we still postponing that to the
It's
next further?
it's coming. It should come with the chat update. So when we finish up with the chat update, and then that'll be visible. Like when becomes visible, will be in the verification modal.
Perfect. All right. Well, that was it. Yep, that was it for me.
Thanks so
Cheers,
much, Gabriel.
brother.
Thank you.
Much love, y'all.
Bye,
Appreciate you.
buddy. All right. It looks like we lost Jay. Oh no, there you are, Jay.
Hey, Megs.
Hi.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. How can we help, babe?
Good. Hi, Zach. First, I'm gonna say I'm glad you and your family safe. Throughout this hard time.
Thank you. Appreciate
All
you.
right. Okay. So this app, I love this app. I started streaming for the first time in November, and honestly, I've learned so much in Meg's live. Going through Vic's live, all of it. So they've asked about the algorithm already, so I'm gonna skip that one. I'm seeing where the share sign within the live right now. I tried clicking it, but it's not working. Is that a function that should be working, or it's just like out and with
Yeah,
the
can everyone in the chat, like, hit the share button and see if it works? Just say yes or no. Yes, 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 yeah. Oh
So,
no,
So it's
just a
not
couple
from me.
no's. So when
so
I
are you
yeah,
saying when you click the share, like nothing comes up?
No, nothing is happening. Yeah, so I was just wondering if that should be working, or it was just in like, the slowly coming out or something.
no, that should absolutely be. Can you want to hit it a couple more times, see if it works?
Okay. Yeah, I've been hitting it, to be honest, all day.
Wow.
Trying
Okay.
to make sure.
What device are you on?
I'm on a iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I've checked the update, in the App Store just to see does it need, is there a new update? But there wasn't any since January 3rd, I think.
There's since January 3rd. Yeah. Well, I think there was
I
one after that, but
I think that's the last one I'm seeing.
okay. Let me just throw this into QA because I did not realize that some people are not able. It looks like it's like 1 out of every 4 or 5 people can't do it.
Yep, it looks like that's a accurate percentage there.